All right, so I believe I am recording. Hi everybody. This video is for my kindergarten and my first graders, and we are going to be talking about the element of space. So we have covered line, we have covered shape, and we have covered color in these last few weeks. And now we're going to talk about how space is used. So my goal for you today is to walk away knowing the difference between positive and negative space. And yes, there is a positive and there is negative space, and we're going to go over those things shortly. Okay, so I want you to take a look at the images that you see in front of you. And I want you to ask yourself, what is space? When you think of the word space, when you hear the word space, how would you describe it? The way that space is described is that it is referring to the distance and the areas and things in between and all around a particular object. So a lot of times we look at artwork, like the artwork you see here, we can see all the white space and we can identify this is white space. But what about those black areas? Those are also areas that we call space. But there is a difference between the positive and the negative space. So take a look, find the positive space. What do you see first? Do you see a vase or do you see faces? And in the first one, if you see the vase, great job, you see the positive space. But if you see the faces, then you are possibly looking at the negative space. And there's no right or wrong way. It's just great if you can see both. Okay, so there is a video link here that you can either click on, or you guys can type it into your browser and go watch it. And that video goes over positive and negative space. It's about 1 minute, and it will give you a better understanding of what positive and negative space is. So I want you to ask yourselves now, why is space even important? Why are we talking about space? There's so many ways that you guys are using space in your artworks and you do not even realize it. So space is so important because it helps us to really see what we're looking at. All right, so now I want you guys to take a look at this picture. What is taking up space here? I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is taking up space here? Some of you may say, hey, the people are taking up space. Some of you might say, hey, I see trees in the background. Or, hey, I see a boat, I see a train. There are different things taking up space here. So great job for any of those answers or answers that I did not mention. Okay, again, I want you to take a look at this painting. Where is positive space being used? I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now I want you to tell me, where is negative space being used? I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Remember, negative space, that space that's all around. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, great job, guys. Last one, I want you to take a look at this sculpture. It's kind of weird. It is also kind of cool. So, point to the negative space. Wherever you see negative space, I just want you to point at it right now. Good. All right, now I want you to point to the positive space that you see. Anything that's taking up positive space, I want you to point at it right now. Awesome. We're going to move on. So we're going to do 2 little exercises. You do not have to do both of these today. Your exercises can be broken up. You could do one today, one tomorrow, however you want to break it up. So you're going to need crayons or something to color with. I'm not stuck with crayons. Anything you want to color with. You're going to need some drawing paper, some construction paper or colored paper, whatever you can find at home. you're gonna need some scissors and you're gonna need some glue. First, I want you to take your drawing paper and I want you to fold it in half, okay? Nice and even, make sure those edges are lined up perfectly. Then I want you to draw two of the same objects, one on the right side, one on the left side, okay? Two of the same objects. It can be two squares, two circles, two triangles, two birds, whatever you want. Now, I want you to fill up the first object with one color. Just fill it all up. It could be completely blue, completely green, completely yellow, whatever you choose. Okay? Once you're done with that, I want you to fill the space around the second object. Fill it all up using the same color you used before. Okay, now I want you to pause and look at the both objects. I want you to label one that is positive and the other that is negative. I want you to do that right now. Take a few seconds to label the one that is positive, and I want you to take a few seconds to label the one that is negative. All right, great. That was exercise number 1. Give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. Now, exercise number 2 is going to involve your scissors. So go ahead and get your scissors and your construction paper ready. All right, so we want a large sheet of white paper and we want a little sheet of the other colored paper. It's going to be half the size of your white paper. I want you to lay your white paper down and put the colored paper on one side, only taking up half of that white paper. So you'll be able to see half of the white paper and the other half is colored. Now, I want you to draw a shape that is going to be half of the shape you have in mind. The easiest thing to do is draw half of a heart. So let's do half of a heart. We're going to draw half of a heart on the edge of the paper. Then I want you to take those scissors and I want you to cut it out all the way around. All right, so right now you should be able to see half of the heart as positive space, but when you move that construction paper away, you're going to see half of the heart that is negative space. I want you to flip that colored paper over, half of that heart, flip it over, line it up perfectly, and you should see a positive heart and a negative heart. I want you to take your glue, go ahead and glue down half of that heart and glue down the other side, which is that negative space. We're gluing everything down at this point. And I want you to sit back and I want you to identify which one is positive and the other one that is negative, okay? And guys, once you're done with both of your exercises, I want you to use your phone or your tablet to scan this QR code that's in front of you, and I want you to upload it to Artsonia. Remember that Artsonia is gonna ask for an access code. Those are the letters that are in orange. Look for the orange letters, type those in exactly the way you see them, and then I want you to search your grade, your teacher's name, your name, and then find our activity folder and upload it there, okay? So great job today with positive and negative space. It was a piece of cake and I'm so proud of you guys. All right, I cannot wait to see what you upload. Talk to you soon. Have fun.